here aboard the USS Galileo spaceship at the Christa McAuliffe Space Education Center down here in Pleasant Grove. For anyone that went to space camp growing up, they know that this is one of their favorite memories. So we're going to take a look at this facility and see why people keep coming back year after year.
So in 1990, the Christa McAuliffe Space Education Center was founded by Victor Williamson. He was a teacher who was excited about getting his kids excited about science. And he came up with this concept of using simulated learning to help them be engaged in some of those different lessons and whatnot. He took that idea to his principal got excited about it. They got foundation support from the district, and with donations and other contributions they were able to build the first simulator. Our field trip program gives as many kids a chance to go through the simulations, go into our planetarium, and experience some of this unique content. But besides that, then we help subsidize a lot of the technology and other things that we're developing here. That comes from birthday parties, camps. We do family reunions, business groups come, they come and do teamwork and team building activities. Yeah, we get quite a gambit of different people and groups that come and participate. This is the control room where all of the fun happens. So we've got the kids that are out there and they're controlling their individual stations, and then based on the actions that they perform, we then get feedback back here and we're able to tell that story. We're relaying, based on the choices, we give the consequences. We can see if they're trying to scan for information, if they're launching weapons, raising shields, anything that they're doing, we can kind of monitor that and we can react. We can let their decisions influence what happens in the mission. We've got a team of about 50 volunteers that come. Generally they're junior high students, high school, and we've got college and even some adults that come and help us out. And most of the time they got bit by this exciting bug. They loved the experience and they thought, well, how can I do more? But they come in and they do acting parts. They'll be the different characters that they get to interact with. They'll be dressed up as aliens or different dignitaries that they have to meet with. They'll be behind the scenes as well. There'll be characters and voices and in typing messages as the other crew, because we put them on the ship and we say, you're on deck 1, but there's multiple decks below you, and so they get to interact with all of them. But we've got visuals that we can put up, we've got stars flying by, we can show them other ships that are near them so that they can gather that information, process it, and make decisions. So we've got sound effects, we can do a myriad of different voices. A lot of our flight directors can do many different accents, and they do the voices and characters that are behind the scenes that get the kids really into it and believe it. So we might have one flight director that's in charge of it, and then they're doing 12 different characters in the story. Imagination takes over for the student. So we might do something really simple costume-wise, or wear something different, but in their mind they're so enwrapped in it that that simple costume change, they remember it as something totally different. One of the best things to do is to be up on the bridge, and as they come up on the bridge, just that wow moment that they were inside of a school, but suddenly they come into a room and they're transported, to use the term, into a totally different experience. There's kind of a unique magic of the Space Center. It's one of those things that, because of the efforts of so many people in the creative way in which we do our missions, that part I think has somehow magically stayed the same. We're able to tell these great stories, get people involved, get them concerned that they're in a real situation, even then though they're behind, somewhat black plastic and lighting and music and sound effects. But the nice thing is, because technology has changed and made it more accessible, our volunteers get to participate in that more because it's more accessible to them. Cheering and fear, I don't want to say that we've given kids nightmares, but I'm sure it's happened. But we've also given countless memories. My favorite thing is people who come back and say, oh, I remember when I was a kid, because we're starting to get teachers who came as students and now they're bringing their kids, and they're just as excited as their kids because they get to see what happens on the other end.
That's it for PCTV Reports. Stay tuned, we may be back here soon. We've got a lot more on the show for you. Stick around, we'll be right back.